Welcome back to Lojban Is Too Easy. At some point, I'm gonna have to stop doing this recap of all the previous lessons. But I think we can recap all of this. So far. We've gone over not quite enough grammar to that you could actually make like a basic Lojban style where you really just use this much grammar. Maybe another dozen lessons. Well, we could have that much. But this is enough grammar that we can talk about a bunch of stuff in Lojban. And like you couldn't actually like this is just the Lojban grammar you know forever and be happy in Lojban. But this is easily enough grammar that we can talk about a bunch of stuff. And so we're just going to add another verb. All right, here's the grammar we have so far. Sentence fence, goes between sentences. We says you're happy about things. Lanme, a verb meaning sheep. T, a pronoun meaning the thing you're pointing to. Now you can make sentences like we, ti, lanme, we, ti, lanme. I'm happy that this thing I'm pointing to is a sheep. Shadzu, walk. Ohu, I feel relaxed about. Shadzu, ohu, I feel relaxed about walking. Srasu, grass. Me, myself, I, fritka, eat. Now we can make sentences. Oh, and then we get lo. Lo makes a noun out of a verb. Now, like srasu, the verb grass. Now we can make a noun like lo srasu. A grass, some grass, an expanse of grass. Lo srasu. Now we can make sentences like mi shitka lo srasu. I eat some grass. With shu also, shu allows us to finally, we can make sentences where there's a lo for in the making the verb a verb into a noun in the subject place, like lo lanme shu shadzu, the sheep walks, or lo lanme shu shitka lo srasu, the sheep eats the grass. Now we're just going to learn another verb, klama, to go. The only catch with klama, don't be scared, but klama as means x1 goes to destination x2 from origin x3 via route x4 using means/vehicle x5. So its subject is the goer, and then it has a direct object and an indirect object and a very indirect object and an extremely indirect object. So that's a little bit weird, but we'll work our way up to using all of these places. It's not like fundamentally different. It's just it has a whole pile of them. But basically, you don't have to use them. You don't have to do nothing. Lojban is so easy and free that you can do or not do whatever. So we can just use the first place and say, mi klama, I go. Where's somewhere to go so we can go? Iti lanme. Mi klama. I go. Mi klama lo lanme. I go to the sheep. Iti lanme. Iti shadzu. Iti klama. I lo lanme shu klama ti. The sheep went to here where I'm pointing. Mi klama ti. I went to there where I was pointing. Mi klama lo lanme. I go to the sheep. Mi klama lo shadzu lanme. I go to the walking type of sheep. And then also, now that we have who, we could only say mi klama lo lanme. But now with shu, we can also say mi lo lanme shu klama. I, to the sheep, go. Mi lo lan me shu klama. And the shu keeps it from being, if we just said mi lo lan me klama, then what about them? You just mentioned two different things. Me, I, and lo lan me klama, a sheep goer. So you and the sheep goer, what? What did you and the sheep goer do? Me lo lan me klama. That's a perfectly good sentence, though. Nothing wrong with that sentence. Good sentence. It's just that it doesn't say what happened with the you, about you and the sheep goer. But if you want to say I go to the sheep, mi lo lan me hu klama. I mi lo lan me klama. I mi klama lo lan me. I mi lo lan me shu klama. Those are equivalent. So you can say the verb at various places, but the only trick about that is that if you say the verb first before you say any of the nouns, then hello, chicken came into my room. If you say the verb first before any of the nouns, then you like skip the first noun. So like mi klama lo lan me, I go to the sheep. But if you just say klama lo lan me, that means go to the sheep. Klama lo lan me, where's the lan me I can go to? Klama lo lan me. Imi klamati. Imi klama lo lan me. Imi klamati. Imi klama lo lan me. Imi klamati. Imi klama lo lan me. Imi klama lo srasu lan me. I go to a sheep that is related to grass. Imi klama lo srasu lan me. Imi klama lo lan me. Ilo lan me shu klama. The sheep goes. So you can't just say lo lan me klama. I mean, you can. You can totally say ilo lan me klama. Ilo lan me klama. That's a sentence with just one noun in it. The sheep kind of goer. Ilo lan me shu shitka. The sheep eats. That's a sentence where I say lo lan me. That's the first noun, and then shushitka. That's the verb, because shu is like watch out, verb coming. So if I say lo lan me shushitka, that means the sheep eats. I mi klama. I go. I mi klama. I mi shadzu. I walk. I mi shadzu lo strasu. I walk on the grass. I mi shadzu lo klama strasu. I walk on the going type of grass. The verb stacking in Lojban is different than how either adverbs or adjectives or anything in English works, because it's the relationship between the things is not so that the things are the same kind of things. They're both verbs, and the way that they relate to each other isn't. There's various ways that the verbs can relate to each other if you stack a couple of verbs. So it's not exactly the same as adjectives, but you can use it a lot of the same ways, because like if you want to describe something as being related to some other thing, like if you want to say that you want to say that someone is if someone's walking on some grass, so you want to say they're a grass type of walker, lo srasu klam shadzu. You say lo srasu shadzu shuklama, the grass walker goes. Lo srasu shadzu shuklama. Then it makes sense in a sort of adjective-y way. Imi klama lo lan me. I go to the sheep. Ilo lan me shu shadzu klama. The sheep walkingly goes. Ilo shadzu lan me shu shadzu klama. The walking sheep walkingly goes. Ilo shadzu shu lan me. The walker is a sheep. I don't you that's kind of hard to translate into English, isn't it? But you know, you see what it means. It just means the two parts of the stacked verb are both walker. So it's the a kind of walker that's related to a walker or to walking, a walking related walker, which totally makes Lojban sense. Lo shadzu shadzu shu shadzu shadzu. The walker is walking. I don't know how to say the English, but but you get it. Imi shadzu shadzu. Imi shadzu shadzu lo srasu srasu. Imi klama lo lanme. Imi klama lo shadzu lanme. Okay, we learned klama, or at least we got used to the first couple places of klama, and you don't have to like swallow all of klama at once. It's klama's got a lot to it. There's a lot going on here, but it just is we were just using it as the klama goes to wherever. So that's easy enough. And the whole we don't need to learn a bunch more grammar if we don't want to. We can just hang out and learn a bunch of verbs and talk about all kinds of stuff.